Hi, I'm Tiki Two Flower, and I have Captain Kyle with me here today for our cosplay tips with Tiki. Today we're going to talk to you about something that not everybody really likes to talk about. We talk a lot about what goes on the outside for our cosplay, but we don't talk enough, I think, about what goes under our cosplay. And there are a lot of different reasons to talk about what goes under our cosplay. The first of which really being staying comfortable.
Absolutely. If you're going to be walking around a con all day, which I often do, and you as well.
Yeah.
Having the right set of underwear can definitely make it a lot more comfortable for you to walk around. If it gets all sweaty and you can get chafed and definitely want to make sure you're wearing the right clothes underneath so that you're not only able to wear your costume for half an hour before you have to go change.
Yeah. So you brought up some issues that are pretty common. Sweating, chafing can be prevented, not just with underwear, but with wearing layers.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And powders.
Baby powder, talcum powder can help prevent sweatiness and friction in any areas. There are also clothes designed for working out in that actually wick away moisture from your body that will help keep you from getting too sweaty and therefore helping to keep you generally more comfortable. You should generally try to anticipate what might make you uncomfortable during the con as well. Wearing your cosplay around the house is fine. You try it on, you do a test run, but you really should think hard about, are there areas that are rubbing that might make me uncomfortable?
If you have boots underneath your pants that the tops of the boots can rub against your skin, you might want to just get some type of athletic pads, protecting pads to go over your skin to keep the hard edge of the boot from rubbing against your skin, because that can cause chafing and even bleeding if it rubs long enough. And just kind of feel where there might be. You might have a very thick seam going down one part of your costume, and that can, as it rubs against you, can cause a lot of irritation. So you might want to think about wearing some kind of shirt in between.
Yeah, and there are also products like Body Glide and different types of thicker lotions and things that will help prevent friction from skin to skin or from clothing to skin. If you don't want to layer as much.
Or if you're wearing Zap Brannigan.
Thigh rub is an issue for men and women. I definitely use Body Glide when I wear pantsless cosplays as well.
I've learned to wear Body Glide. Painfully learned to wear Body Glide.
So... yeah, and speaking of comfort and undergarments, there are things we're talking about, Under Armour, there are things like Under Armour that may fall into the category of compression clothing, which is meant to fit you a little bit more tightly. And there are also things like binders, minimizers, and corsets that are meant to constrict. And you should keep in mind that these are not meant to be worn for long periods of time. So when we talk about walking around the con all day, we're talking an 8-hour day, not a 12 or 14-hour day. You shouldn't be wearing
Dragon Con.
Shh. What happens at the con stays at the con. But really, you shouldn't be wearing things that are that have any constrictions or discomfort for you for more than, a standard full day. Especially with things that are constricting or binding, they actually can cause health hazards to wear for more than about 8 hours at a time.
But speaking of constricting, there's also costumes that you wear that are kind of constricting and body clinging, which not only can well, reveal if you've had one too many cupcakes, but can also reveal other stuff that you may want to keep private.
Yes.
Like your privates.
Yes. And I think a lot of cosplayers don't necessarily factor in how much form-fitting clothing will show off your form. So there are a lot of options to help keep yourself not only comfortable underneath your cosplay, but also to conceal things that you probably want to conceal underneath your cosplay. Or
other people want you to conceal underneath your cosplay.
Yeah, that's true as well. So for men and women, nipple coverage can be an issue.
Fun fact, from what I understand in the original Star Trek, they did not want men's nipples to be showing through their shirts. So they provided some type of coverage to make sure that when you saw... I mean, obviously, William Shatner showed his chest bare all the time, but most of the other people, when they were wearing their uniform shirts, had something to make sure that if it was a little cold, you wouldn't be able to tell.
They probably did something like what runners do, which is put medical tape over their nipples or something along those lines. But thankfully nowadays, there are also a variety of products that are specifically designed to adhere to and cover one's nipples. For female cosplayers, that can be a particular issue with, again, comfort and concealing, because sometimes it can be hard to find a bra that fits properly under certain cuts of clothing. But really, that can be a matter of just scouring, because there are a lot of different styles of bras that are meant to be worn with stuff with no back, no front, no sides. There are bras that are basically just kind of like cups that you stick on yourself. So, if you want to have, again, that comfort and, keep people from seeing too much, there are definitely some options for you there.
Speaking of cups, now if we move a little lower for the gentleman cosplayer who's wearing a very skin-tight outfit, Superman. There's a lot of skin-tight outfits, spandex that you could wear that look great, but you might want to conceal certain parts of your body with something like an athletic cup, a dancer's belt. There's athletic gear that protects that area. Just all kinds of ways to, let's just say, mask your man parts.
Yeah. And I think the dancer's belt in particular, I think, is one that not everybody is familiar with. It's something that's designed to be worn under tights by male dancers, and it provides a nice smooth look, as well as I hear that they're very comfortable as well. Underwear can also be an issue for women. A lot of, same thing, there are a lot of skin-tight costumes that women wear as well. And aside from trying to find the right bra to go underneath, trying to find the right underwear can be difficult as well. A lot of women aren't necessarily comfortable wearing a thong either. A lot of people in general aren't comfortable wearing thongs.
I know I'm not.
But for men and women, you can look for underwear that is labeled as seamless. It's designed to not be seen under something that's skin tight. So that way you can wear something underneath, you're covering yourself and you're comfortable all at the same time.
And having the right material underneath can also help keep your costume from getting all sweaty and stinky and, kind of protect your costume. So, I'm not saying you shouldn't wash your costume from time to time, but in some cases, some costumes are difficult to wash easily. So by wearing some layers underneath, you can actually protect your costume from a lot of the moisture that's coming off of your body, and you won't have to clean it quite as often. But still clean it. Still clean it.
Yes.
Please Febreze it, please.
Just clean it properly. I have some tips about that as well. So
tune in next time.
So really, there are a lot of different reasons to make sure that you have the right undergarments for your cosplay. To keep you comfortable, to keep your cosplay's longevity, and to make sure that you're keeping everybody else around you comfortable as well.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today, Kyle.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.